This is a signal link, and it's a USB sound card, so it needs a computer and a radio, and then it'll allow data communications between the computer and the radio. This is something similar. It's the Nexus DRX, Digital Radio Crosspatch. It also will bridge between a computer and a radio with some differences. It has a Raspberry Pi built in that has all the ham programs you need, so you don't need another computer. And also it will bridge simultaneously two radios to the computer down here, so you can run them two simultaneously. And it also has a number of different inputs, not just as the signal link has a RJ45 connector. This has a few different ones. It has an RJ45 connector. It's got two DIN connectors you can see there. And over here under the red is hard to see, but there's a TRRS connector. And you can configure the connectors various ways. The TRRS connector is configured by dip switches here. And there's pinouts here. Same pinouts used on the signal link to configure the other connectors. So it's quite versatile. It takes 12 volts DC right here. So I've got that hooked up to a gel cell battery. And what you're seeing here is the transformer. It knocks it down to 5.2 volts, and that powers the Raspberry Pi down below. I've got a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus in, so it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in. And it gives you a few controls here, acknowledgements. There's a push to talk here on this channel, push to talk on the second radio, and when you're rebooting, it shows up here. I've got it hooked via USB to a keyboard with mouse. You can hook it up to a wireless keyboard if you want. I've also got it hooked up via HDMI cable to a small monitor, and the small monitor is powered by 5 volts DC. So I could potentially power the monitor from output. There's a 5 volt output on the Nexus DRX that could power the monitor as well. And then on the monitor you can see up here programs that are available. Let me see. Oh, it's thinking. Okay, but with the programs available, you'll see that you can get already installed FL-Digi, FL-Rig, Direwolf, WSJT programs are installed, JS8 Call. So everything you need to go is right there. So it's a nice little compact package for field work. I'll play around with it a bit more to see how the interfaces go. But so far so good. The build was fairly straightforward. This board comes unpopulated and you have to populate the board. Thanks to the E7 Zulu Delta for helping me put the 2x10 headers on, as they were the most challenging part for me, but a small soldering iron and Kevin's good eyes did a great job. That's it. 7-3.